much going on. I don't think anybody could have looked at the Trump administration and said, I want them to go a little quicker. I want them to do a little bit more. I mean, they are taking everything on all at once. I think that's the right strategy, right?
It is the right strategy because they have to meet the moment. The moment is created by the American people who've been saying for so many decades, elites in Washington, New York, and Brussels are running roughshod over us. And you and I both know, your audience certainly knows, that what Trump is trying to fix isn't just a few years of wrong policy. Mm-hmm. It's like 75 years of really bad public policy, occasionally interrupted by some Republican administrations. And so if you're going to fix that in time, that reinstills confidence in the American people that the American dream is still possible, then you got to move fast. And so hats off to the president and his entire cabinet for doing so.
Because we know how these administrations work, especially in like today's media cycles, right? You have a small window to do what you want to do. And I think that's why he's been aggressive in so many different areas. You think about, men playing in women's sports and, the border, which has been, I think, an unqualified success so far. Now, I will say I'm not a big tariff guy. I am, I'm kind of an old school free trader. I'm skeptical, hopeful that things come out of this. What's your view on Trump's approach to tariffs?
Well, I share most of what you just said. Obviously, we at Heritage do. We are, in fact, supportive of free trade, which is why if the tariff regime that is going to be implemented is focused on reciprocity, on targeting the worst actors, starting with China, then we're very comfortable with that at China. But at Heritage, to your point, though, Stu, that's not what was announced. There's a 10% categorical tariff on everyone in the world. We think that the administration would be better off, both in substance and in politics, to calibrate that, as they're no doubt going to make some modifications, to really focus on the worst actors. And the reason for that is there are a lot of political wins and economic wins to pick up if you take that more targeted approach, and you're going to get people like you who are a little skeptical of a universal tariff to stay on the team. You're going to stay on the team regardless, probably. But the point is, you've got to be able to sustain this pace that you talk about politically. You've got to make sure that even if you put the stock market off to the side, that the other deleterious effects of a big tariff regime might actually go away if it's much more targeted and the people know that it's short term, until you start fixing these systemic problems that the administration cares so much about.